Yeah. Oh, my good looking little boy. Look at that. Yeah. Look at my good looking little pop-ups. I love you, you know that? I love you. I love you. Yes, I do. My good little boy. Hello, everybody. Chris Wood here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. September 28th, 2022. I just want to say that the right side of my body, pretty much from my head down to my foot, feels like it's being filled up with something, with air or water or something inside of me. I am losing a lot more of my memories. I'm having a lot more problems thinking. I am being numbed down constantly. I feel nothing but electricity in the back of my head where it feels like I have those tubes. And it would be in my central nervous system, my cranial nerves, and, well, yeah, my nervous system, my vagus nerves, my cranial nerves, and in my veins, my jugular system. Whatever was shot into me from the ex-chief back in August of 2019 when he went by and I was at my previous address and he waved at me. When he was in a white Jeep Wrangler, he waved at me. I waved back, and when I waved back, a black truck pulled up. They pointed something, they shot it, and it went into my right ear, and that's when all of the problems started. The stalking. Every time I would go out, the cops were always right there, or William Bill Wooldridge was right there. Reason why is because I also have his prisoner tracking on me. He is a wanted harbored inmate. He's a dangerous sex offender. He is a dangerous inmate. He is a pedophile. He is guilty of homicides. He is a serious heroin addict. And he is the boss and co-offender to O.P.P and the one guilty of my identity theft through remote neuromonitoring given to him by O.P.P. Spencer Mills 14716, ex-chief, and a woman from mental health named Stacy, blonde hair, was Daily Tea Company here in NAPANEE, now Kingston. Other ones involved: staff sergeants, kidnapping and sex assaults. Shannon Cork laughing in my face over her boss's Billy Wooldridge's arrest at the time when she showed up at my previous address, laughing in my face as he went on to murder my mother, and she was well aware of what he was going to do. At that time, she was even telling me what I should get for new glasses, what kind of glasses I should get. So, in the meantime, I have been going through this for 3 years, being injured, being constantly broadcasted through, being constantly brain numbed down, and feeling nothing but electricity, and these other bastards broadcasting through me from the remote neuromonitoring, and it is police and military tech that a lot of people are not aware of, which benefits them just fine. They also have and use co-committing cover-up doctors that medically blacklist, discriminate, and they assure the ones that they assure O.P.P. victims and their bosses, William Billy Wooldridge's victims, are assured their crimes against them. Dr. Tatiana V., Stacy's girlfriend, A.K. Margie V., Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Barton, Dr. Ambimbola, Dr. Sue, Dr. Fardell, triage nurse Tanya, triage nurse Terry, triage nurse David, and paladin security guard, a guy roughly 24-25, and approximately 400 to 500 pounds. Then there's their boss, co-offender, sex offender, William Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North. That's his last known used name. Now is bald, has glasses, had a goatee. He is highly untouchable. Drug trafficking, stalking children for the ex-chief for child sex slavery trafficking, children to pedophiles, adults to sex offenders. The reason I am going through my brain injuring and being constantly numbed down in hopes that I forget about this, in hopes that they get away with this, so they will not get arrested, so they will not get criminal and civil lawsuits. So, in the meantime, there is very dangerous, very seriously dangerous people that need to be arrested, that need to be actually in jail right now. But because they work with him for O.P.P, they are untouchable in NAPANEE. And I have been proving it for 3 years that these people are untouchable. I've even went to O.P.P to try to get something legal on them, and I was surrounded hands on guns to prevent it. I was kidnapped 24 hours after asking for help against O.P.P and doctors and getting arrested, and what's taken place with me back on May 27, 2021. Might be kinda hard to see, but the person in red is Tyler Lake. He's an O.P.P little piece of shit, and he needs finding and arresting. Attempted murder. This is no joke. This little piece of shit garbage. He works with him for O.P.P, and he is guilty of attempted murder. I don't care who he is with him for, the police in Spencer Mills. The guy in the black tooth, now bald, glasses, goatee, that's William Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North. Boss and co-offender to O.P.P. Top pitcher is Blair Hardy. He's allegedly hiding out in jail right now on drug charges, but he's there falsely because they do false arrest their victims to deflect the crimes. Trust me, I know. In the meantime, I am the victim of identity theft, brain injuring, torturing, sex assault, kidnapping, having my mother stalked and murdered by William Wooldridge and Blair Hardy back in 2020 using R&M on her from the EMFs and radiation. It caused cancer and caused her death, and it was with intent. It was to do this to me. William Wooldridge is the next Russell Williams, and Paul Bernardo. Stacy is from mental health is the next Carla Homolka. She's the one. They're the ones that arrange the kidnappings for their victims here in NAPANEE. They're guilty of financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, injuring, torturing, like I've said, murders and attempted murders, human sex trade, slavery trafficking. I am being mentally numbed down to be dumbed down, so if no more videos or posts about this, then please somebody take it serious, because this is a matter of my life and death. I live in Napanee on Dundas Street. My name is Christopher Wood, and I am the victim of serious brain injury and skull deforming and identity theft. This is revenge retaliation on me through the police for speaking of their human homeless trafficking out of the Morning Star mission at the time, and the homeless exploitation for monetary gains through the false charities that they were doing. So I'm going to wrap this up. I just wanted to do a quick update and show you William Wooldridge and the rest of you pieces of shit garbage. You got your identity theft. This is done. So after 3 years, congratulations. Thank you, O.P.P, for destroying my life. You are guilty of murdering my mother. You are guilty of murdering me. And yes, you have mentally. And if I could get a brainwave test or an MRI done, it would prove a whole lot of damage, along with other x-rays and stuff to my body that's been destroyed. So, This here right now is Chris, but it's not my image, and I can damn well prove it. So I'm the victim of identity theft, and I am not taking a fall for William Aldridge or Blair Hardy or Tyler Lake or Jabin Olstein or Ray Ray or any other O.P.P little bastard that's been given R&M and passing it around to mentally fuck me up in hopes that I go crazy, in hopes I commit a crime, in hopes that they can unjustifiably do whatever they plan on doing against me. 3 years of going through this, it's time for arrest. This fucking ends now. I am not a game, and I'm not gonna be treated like a fucking game by corrupt pieces of shit cops and their little inmate junkie pieces of shit garbage. Arrest your little fuck toys, O.P.P. You also need to have people come in and arrest you as well, along with the doctors here. Outside cops need to come in and do mass arrest in this town. There needs to be criminal and civil lawsuits put against the O.P.P, against Spencer Mills, against staff sergeants, against the ones named previous, against the doctors for the damages that they've done. My memories I will never get back. The damages done to me after 3 fucking years of helping O.P.P cover up their crimes for your boss inmate who is Hell's Angels and Banditos, a rat informant fucking goof. This is the O.P.P you think you know. You are guilty of murdering my mother. You're guilty of murdering me because this is pretty much done mentally and physically. And you're guilty of murdering an entire bloodline, you fucking terrorist, assassin, goof pieces of shit, good for nothing cops. And your fucking doctors. And your pieces of shit inmates and psychotics that you use so you can play Pontius Pilates. Chris Wood, love all, hate none. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, especially the share or the like button, because it helps put in the algorithm and it helps get this out. So it's very serious and important. Children are being, this is how the murder to missing are happening. This is how O.P.P is framing, trafficking, and killing innocent victims. I spoke of police crimes, so I got sold for murder, and I will not be proven wrong for their revenge.